Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Jay Briggs here on a Tuesday. Got my guy James Clark on the live jam session. How you doing today, James?
Pretty good, Jay. How you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. Ready to cook up some NBA. Love talking NBA, man. You don't know this. We haven't really talked a whole lot, but you were actually one of my favorites before I ever became a Pick Dog, man. So it's an honor to do a show with you. Can't wait to talk some of this NBA, man.
I appreciate that, Jay. It's what this when we have the capper contest. You know what I mean? To bring brought me in, brought you in, brought a lot of people in, man, and give a lot of people a chance to be in this, and shows off your talent, man. I'm glad you joined the Pick Dogs, and you've been doing great ever since you've been joining. And let's kick off this jam session, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's make some money today on a Tuesday. Appreciate the kind words. We can kick it off right at the start, man. We got the Wizards on the road in Orlando. Orlando home favorites laying 1. How you feel about this one?
I'm looking at the total here on this game. With these two teams, uh, I don't see a lot of defense going on with these two teams. But these two teams has got some teams that can score the basketball, and I like the over and the total in this game here. Like I said, the Wizards. I think Kuzma's out tonight, but you still got Embiid and Pozinga can put up big numbers. And then this Magic team, man, here lately, dude, anybody they've been playing, they've been hanging right there with and putting up some points. So I like the over in this game.
For sure, for sure, for sure. I could definitely see it over in this game. Totals are not really my favorite thing, but as I look right quick in these last 5 between both teams, I do see some high scoring games from both. I definitely could see a higher scoring game in this one. Both teams trying to put the ball in the bucket, not really defensive teams. I definitely could see it over here in this one. The first 2 meetings were pretty high scoring, especially that last one, 138 to 118 on the 21st of January, James. So I could definitely see an over here in this one. Me, this morning on my original jam session, I was leaning Wizards. I'm probably still leaning Wizards, laying the on the money line in this one. I think they could go in here and beat the Magic. The Magic are terrible as home favorites. They're 2-7. That's league worst. That's like 29.3%. My computer, I'll pull it back up. But yeah, the Magic as home favorites is not really good, man. And the Wizards, they're not either. But I think the Wizards have just a little more to play for. I know they've lost 4 of their last 5, but these guys, they're 1 spot out of the play-in, man. They're in the 11th spot. 2 games behind the Bulls. We know the Bulls are really inconsistent. Bulls could lose a few in a row, and Wizards could go on a little run. So I think we see an exerted effort from them today on the road. This is a really winnable game for the Wizards. I lean Wizards on the money line, but I kind of like that over with you a lot in this one as well. I think it could be high scoring too.
Yeah, like I said, over 226 here. I just see the Magic, man. Like I said, all around. Been scoring the ball real well, and like I said, we're missing Kuzma, but I just don't see a lot of defense in this game. So I like the over more than I like anything here.
For sure, for sure. I could definitely see that one, man. We head out to our next one. We got the Hawks laying 13.5 at home on the Pistons. We know the Pistons, they could be a scrappy group at times, man. This injury report don't look good for them in this one, though. They're sitting a handful of guys. No Bogdanovich, no Alec Burks, no Duran, no Livers, no Hampton, no DeJounte Murray for the Hawks either. You nervous about laying that 13.5, or how you feeling about this one?
I think the Pistons hang in there, man. I know Pistons got a lot of people out like that, but they've been playing like this for how long now with a bunch of people out. They're putting Wiseman out there. Letting him get his run in, and he's been doing good with the Pistons here. So 13.5. This ain't a Hawks team. That's been covering big numbers. Any this whole season. So I can't take the Hawks minus 13.5. So I have to go. It's a rough one here, but I had to lean with the Pistons here.
For sure. I agree with you. This is a rough one. Quickly, I'm going to go talk to somebody in the comments right quick. He said the Magic are 15-10. ATS as home dogs. They're the favorite, and they're 2-7 as home favorites. So I love the Magic as home dogs all the time, but as home favorites, they're a no-go for me. Worst team as home favorites, actually, in the NBA. Back to this one. Yeah, James, this is a really tough one for me, man. I didn't touch this game. I'm going to be honest. I didn't touch it. I'm probably not going to touch it. The Pistons can be scrappy, and I could see them hanging around in this game, man. I really don't want to touch the Hawks. I was on the Hawks laying a huge number in their last one against the Spurs. They looked really, really, really good early in that game. They were up like 20 points in that game. I didn't continue watching it. Next thing I know, I checked my ESPN app, and I see they not only did not win and cover, they lost outright to the San Antonio Spurs. They need it, James. The Hawks do, but I don't think they 14 in points needed, man. I don't feel comfortable really laying points with the Hawks. I kind of lean their direction. I don't like the Pistons and all this, all their injuries. It's a tough one for me. Probably just a no play, in all honesty.
Yeah, I'm the same way, kind of the no play. But if I was gonna put my money on this game, I have to go with the Pistons. There ain't no way I'm laying 13.5. With the Hawk teams that's not beat many people this season by no more than 9 points. I mean, this Hawks team, when they do beat people, it's under double digits. And I know Detroit's a beat up team here, but I still don't see the Hawks beating them by no 14 or more.
For sure. I definitely see the angle in that one. We head out to our next one. We got the Brooklyn Nets at home. They're home underdogs with Cleveland coming in. I like this Cleveland team. Do they win this one by 4 today in Brooklyn, or how you feeling?
I got a premium pick on this one, but I like the over on this game too here. But these two teams, I know Allen. It looks like Allen's not going to play for the Cavs, but that's all right. The Cavs have got a lot of scoring power. And, this Brooklyn team has come in. They've showed strides of scoring themselves. I know it's a low number of 218, and that's because of the Cavs. The Cavs have got a good defensive team and has held teams, under 100 or points or right there at 100. But I think the the Nets come in, trying to get a win here, and I look for Cleveland to stay right there and scoring points. I like this over 218 in this game.
Over 218, I could definitely see. It was high scoring the first time these two teams played this season. Granted, at that time, this was still the Kevin Durant, Kyrie Nets, so kind of a different team. It's also a revenge game for the Cavs, but again, different team than they played earlier this season. I'm be honest, I didn't bet this one yet either, guys. I really wanted to see the news on Jared Allen. Like my guy James just said, right now he's still questionable, but it's looking more like questionable, doubtful. He's been out for quite some time. So this is what I'll say. If he plays, I really like Cleveland in this one. If he doesn't, I don't like Cleveland as much in this one, but I probably would still like them in this spot. They have won 3 of their last 4. Granted, it wasn't against the best competition. Charlotte twice and Washington. And the Nets do need a bounce-back game, and it could be a nice one here on their home floor. But I think Cleveland's just a better team playing a better basketball. And I think if they do get Jared Allen back in the lineup, they have the clear mismatch down low, man. The Nets' biggest guy down there is Claxton. With Mobley and Allen down there, if Allen's in, it's I think they got a definite advantage, and I think they take advantage of that. But again, man, James, one of my main reasons I wanted to do this show later on in the day, like around this time, was to get some of this injury news, coming out of the NBA. NBA's been a bloodbath for me this year, kind of with this injury news, man. Finding out at 4 or 5 o'clock if a guy's playing or not, when they should know, we should know, early in the day, man. It's a tough spot. I hope he plays. If he does, I like Cleveland. If he doesn't, it's a no play for me, pretty much.
Yeah, the NBA has been, trying to hold true to to the injuries to right up to game time. A lot of times you see that, game time decision, and it does hurt on a lot of plays. And like I said, I dug myself in a hole the first of the season. But here, the last 90 days, like I said yesterday on the drive through, I'm like plus 1,500, pull myself out of the hole just to get barely back to plus money. But I like the over 218. It's low, and reason it is low is because one reason is the Nets don't got Kyrie or KD, to fill up the basket here. But I still think the Nets still got some scorers, and we know what the Cavs got with Mitchell. Mitchell could put up 40 piece any night, and I think the Nets can hang right there with them.
For sure, for
Scoring
sure.
wise.
For sure. I could definitely see it. We head out to our next one. We got the Spurs getting 13.5 on the road against this Pelicans team. The Pelicans, they're a hard team for me to figure out. I don't know if they're dead. I don't know if they're trying to make a push for that play-in. They're a tough team to figure out. They're 3 games under. Do they smash the San Antonio Spurs in this spot today? A Spurs team that's been playing pretty good. But I will say, Spurs, man, their lineup's not looking the best today, man. No Shohan, no Collins, probably no Devontae Graham, no Keldon Johnson, no King Birch. Injury report kind of ugly. How you feeling today, James?
I like the Spurs here, man. This Spurs team is sneaky, man.
They are.
And then when they get one of these, like they're playing tonight, a double digit dog.
Right
I like the Spurs. They usually, they come out, fight, and they've scrapped all season with, not much. Spurs team has not been the Spurs team that we've seen in the past years. That's that's at least halfway decent or looking deeper in to the playoffs. But I like this Spurs team, and usually when they're dogs, man, usually they even almost come out with the win in these games right here. But I think New Orleans, I'm like you, man. You don't know what from one team to one thing to the next. His team looks good, then it don't. Then next, then they're losing to Charlotte Magic, and then they're beating, then they're beating Denver. You just never know about this team here. But minus 13, I like the Spurs here. I'll take the plus 13.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to grab the plus 13 too. I am a little nervous. I'm going to be honest with you. The Pelicans have beat up on the Spurs team in all 3 meetings this season. 126, 117, 117, 99, and 129, 110. They did beat up on them in all 3 meetings, and this Spurs injury report makes me nervous. But the Spurs have been scrappy recently, and I think they could continue to do the same. I think 13 is a little too much for this Pelicans team. They probably win the game, but laying, again, like the comment I kind of put up there a minute ago, laying 13.5 is crazy with the Pelicans.
I definitely agree with that. I think this game's a lot closer than what people think.
I think so too. Like I talked about them earlier. They were down 20 plus points to that Hawks team in their last one on the 19th. Not only did they cover the game, but they came back and won it outright by 8 points. So.
And that shows you, man. To me, the Hawks team is kind of reminds me of this Pelicans team this season. You've seen stretches of the Hawks team being really good this season, but you've seen stretches of them being really bad this season too. So they mirror each other's the Hawk team and the Pelicans team. So I can see the Spurs getting the cover here.
It's kind of crazy. At one point in time this season, this Pelicans team was number 1 in the Western Conference. They were rolling. They were looking really good. Zion was in there healthy. They were defending well, could score with some of the top teams in the league. What a free fall it's been. I don't think they make the play-in tournament. Do you think they make it?
If they do, man, they better step it up here soon. I don't think they make it, but I swear they have the talent, man. Yeah. You never know what's going with Zion from one day to the next. If he's going to play, not play this. I mean, Zion is a force of nature, man. Inside, outside, he is a beast. But dude, for you to draft him number 1, and for him to have all the injuries that he's had, and I'm sure the front office has got a headache with him. But I'm telling you, if they have everybody healthy, this Pelicans team could actually do something.
They could. But I've been saying that all season, but they're not healthy. They're just not. No. It's unfortunate. I don't think they make the play-in this year. They looked good in the play-in last year. I don't even think they make it this year. I think the 10 teams that are in stay in with the Lakers and Thunder getting in, and Portland and Pelicans and Jazz not. I think that's how it goes. But still a lot of basketball to play, and they're all right.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Right.
Especially in the Western Conference, man.
Sure.
But for the play-in, it's 2 or 3 games decides from like 5th to the 10th or
Exactly.
6th to 10, something like that.
Like
The 2
4
or
to
3 games.
12, more like so.
Yeah, I know it's really close. Yeah,
Yeah.
decides it, and
It's gonna be a good one. Good race to the end, man. I'm excited for it. We can head out to our next one. I think this is probably one of the best games on tonight. We got the Celtics on the road facing the Kings, laying 5. I'm gonna say this, man. It's a terrible spot for the Kings, man. The Kings have been red hot out of the break, though. They've been red hot. I've been making a lot of money betting the Kings. So have we right here on this jam session. I love the Kings, man, but I don't like this spot for them, James. This is gonna be. They return home in this one, and they just played in Utah last night. They've been doing a lot of traveling recently, there. So let's just run it through. They played Milwaukee, left Milwaukee, went to Chicago. Left Chicago that same night, had to go to Brooklyn. 2 nights later, they played in Washington. 2 nights later, they played in Utah. And like I said, now tonight, they're back at home playing a really, really good Celtics team that needs a bounce back after that dollop, after what they did in their last one against the Jazz. I like the Celtics here, James. I do. I think they can get this one done. How you feel?
Give me flat legs. Give me under 239.
Okay.
For a lot of the scoring, I know a lot of why these numbers are big when the Kings play is because they score the ball really well too, and they don't play much defense. But tonight I see a lot of short shots, shots not going in. So I see the game will be about 105, 110, both teams. So you're putting about 120, 125. It's, the line's 239, and I don't see them getting there. So give me tired legs. I like the under here.
For sure. I like that too, James. I don't look at a lot of totals. I don't, but that just plays right into my same theory I played. Dead legs. I could definitely see some dead legs for the Kings tonight. This line is total because we know the Kings score a lot of points. One of the best offenses in the league, but I can see them having some dead legs tonight. Celtics kind of taking advantage of that. Maybe the Celtics on a Tuesday don't come out just absolutely blazing either. We get a lower scoring game. 240 is a high total. So, yeah, I kind of like that under with you right there. I'm leaning on the Celtics. My guy Mills, I know he don't like that. He in the comments, he's Sacramento Kings fan. Mills, I've been on the Kings a ton, man. I'm surprised they're are they second in the West still? Or are they moved back to third with the Grizzlies hooping? They're in third with the Grizzlies hooping again. But still, Kings, man, they rolling. I think y'all could surprise somebody in the first round playoffs, but tonight's just a bad spot for y'all. We've been making a ton of money betting the Kings, but I think tonight is a bad spot. I'm just leaning on the Celtics in this one tonight. And I like that under too, James. I do like that under dead legs.
I'm like you, man. I really think the Kings are going to be a tough out in the playoffs, man. I don't care who they face up. They play small ball. They can score the basketball. They keep up with anybody. They can be down 20 points. They're down the other night, 20 points, almost come back and won the game. They had their chances. Blew it in the fourth quarter. But this Kings team can play with anybody in the NBA. So they're going to be definitely a tough out in the playoffs.
For sure. I can't wait till the playoffs get here, man. I promise you I can't. We head out to our last and final matchup of the day, man. We got my favorite money-making team, James. I made so much money betting this Thunder team this year. I love this Thunder team. I call them the Thunder Buddies, the cover buddies, man. They're getting 7 on the road today against the Clips. I'm all over the 7 in this spot. They continue to get disrespected. I think this line should be more around 3, in my opinion. They just keep covering. They've been winning games here recently as well. They're 1 game under 500. The Clips, I will say, they're playing great basketball right now, too. I'll give them some credit. They won 4 of their last 5. They kind of figured out how to play with Russell Westbrook a little bit. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, man, he's been in that mode. Went for 40 against Brooklyn in his last one. Now he goes into the building against the team that drafted him in the Clips. The Thunder, they did win both meetings this season already, 118, 110, 108, 94. I'm grabbing the 7, James. I'm sprinkling some on the money line as well. I'm continuing to ride my Thunder buddies. How you feel?
I'm same here, man. I like the Thunders +7. The big reason here, man, the Clippers have played really good this last 8 or 10 games,
Yeah,
but they've come from behind in every single game to come back and win. Mostly, they get down and then they have to fight their way back because of bad shooting, poor shots. Who's going to take it this game? Who's going to take it that game? From Paul George, who's having the better game? And then the fourth quarter, they they go to the hot man or whoever's been hot the whole game, and they rely on him the whole time when they should do it throughout the game. Its Clippers team has a really solid team, and they can have a deep run in the playoffs.
they can.
But they get themselves down and get +7 here with the Thunders. I really like it here. I think Thunder have them down late, early, and Clippers have to come back late to even try to get a win here.
I think so too, James. I'm on my Thunder buddies tonight. Again, I'm gonna run it through one more time. The best cover team in the entire NBA, I don't think a lot of people know, are the Oklahoma City Thunder at 42, 26, and 3, have covered in 61.8% of their games this season. I love this team, man. We continue to bet them. They're also the third best road cover team in the NBA at 19, 12, and 3 ATS on the road, 61.3% cover percentage on the road. All they do is cover spreads, man. I think this is too many points flat out for this Clippers team. I think the line should be more around 3 or 4. And when you look at it, man, the Clippers only have 3 more wins than this Thunder team. Like 3 more wins. The Thunder, guys, they're a small market team. They're in the middle of Oklahoma. Most people have not even been through there. I stay in Texas. I've been through there. So most people don't even know really where Oklahoma City is at. It's a really small town too. This team doesn't get a lot of viewers, doesn't get a lot of people, doesn't get a lot of money either. I'm gonna say that, people are not just waking up looking to bet the Thunder every day. We are here on this jam session. We love the Thunder, man. I'm gonna ride them again here tonight. I think they're getting too many points, and I'm sprinkling some on the money line. I think they can beat this Clippers team straight up. Like I said, they won 4 of their last 5. They're right in the mix of this play-in tournament. They can improve their seeding and maybe even play their way out, man. So we'll see. A lot of basketball left to play, man, but I love this Thunder team. 1 game of the 500. They might be 500 after today. We'll see.
But yeah, like I said, I really like the Thunder too, +7 here. Like I said, the Clippers, man, they just the first part of the game seems like, I don't know, they're not into it, and then they got to wake up and say, hey, we better win this game, and then they take over, but they're not beating people by a lot of points. Yeah. They're squeaking out 5 or 6 point wins, being down 10 or 12 points. So that's the big reason I like the Thunder here.
For sure. That's all the games, James. So we can cook up a parlay. I usually cook up a parlay with my guests at the end of the show. How we do it is let the guests choose one, I choose one, and we try to agree on one. Little parlay for the people, man. I didn't cash out on it yesterday. It was me, Wayne, and Al on the show yesterday. I'm trying to think. I think Al went through. Me and Wayne were kind of bugging him yesterday about that Hornets pick. Hornets came through on it. I had the Bulls. Wayne had the Knicks. The Knicks did not pull it off last night for the parlay. Randall had a nice game, 57 points. The Jazz, they wanted them a little more. So let's see if we can hit this one today, James. What you like?
I'm going with this under in the Kings and the Celtics game. Like I said, we talked about tired legs. I see tired legs coming in. I see the Celtics, playing a more defensive role here, trying to hold the Kings down. Kings not shooting very well. I see it under 239 in this game. I really like it.
For sure. I'm going to go with my Thunder buddies for my leg, man. I love that team. I think they keep it rolling here today. Plus the 7, I think, is a great leg on this parlay, man, against the Clips. The best cover team in the league. I like them, man. So we got 2 right there. Under King Celtics, Thunder +7. Did we agree on any game? See anything we agreed on?
We agreed on the Thunder, but you done got that. Let's see. What about the
Spurs? You want to go Spurs?
yeah, let's go Spurs.
Let's go Spurs. Okay.
Go Spurs and the Spurs and the points. I don't like we both talked about the spelling things. You don't know which one you're gonna get, and I think tonight we get the off Pelican team to go 3-0 in this parlay we just cooked up.
For sure. I like it. So Spurs plus the 13.5. We're looking like we're going to get maybe even 14. That line looks like it's steady going up. I'll grab as many points as possible with the Spurs. Kings, Celtics under. I like that, James. Dead leg Kings is what we're rocking with in that one. And Thunder buddies for life, man. Plus the 7 against the Clips. I still got I got a lot of plays for sale today. I got 3 in the NBA and a money-making 3-pack, which includes my $15 NBA Jam Session play in there for sale. I also have NHL Money on Ice play and 2 college hoops plays today for sale over at Pickdawgz Premium. So y'all can scoop that up over there. James, what you got for sale for the folks today?
I got a 3-pack in the NBA, 3 plays that I really love, and I also got a 3-pack with my best NBA and 2 college plays tonight that I really like in a 3-pack. So check up either one of them guys. Get either one of them. Been real hot here lately in the NBA. So look at it or look at the college plays, whichever one you like, whichever one you get. We're going to go 3-0 on both of them. So let's get it and let's cash some money and let's make some money tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Let's make some money tonight in the NBA and across all sports. James, man, thank you for joining me on the live jam session. A lot of fun with you today. Hope to have you back on soon, man. I know you've been cooking it up in the hoops. I know last year you went really crazy to close out the year? So I know.
Yeah, last year hit a big winning streak going to the end of the year. Look to do it again this year, guys. And
for sure. So
appreciate you having me.
Want you on the show to try to go on that win streak with you, man.
I hear you. Appreciate you, Dave, man, for inviting me, having me on the show. Man, you've been doing good things since you come to Pick Dawgz. You know, as you see, Pick Dawgz is a family, man. Anybody who comes in, we welcome them. We don't give them a handshake. We welcome them to open arms with a big hug. So appreciate to have you here, man, and thanks for inviting me on the show, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Hope to have you more on here soon. Thank y'all, everybody, for joining us today on a Tuesday, man. Let's make some money tonight. I'm on the drive through in a little bit, so I'll see y'all on there. And let's make some money tonight. I'll see y'all later on. I'm out of here. Peace.